Hi everyone, it's Leanna here. There's not a whole, well, there's a little bit going on with mushrooms, not a whole lot. I think we're kind of getting on our last leg with some of this. The oyster mushrooms have been doing a little bit, as you can see. The humidity in here has been staying up pretty good. Right about, well, it's almost near 80% now. This morning I did add some moisture to the rocks here to help. But as you can see, the oysters, I've been leaving the light on above. I think I need to set something up a little bit more to get a tiny bit more light in here. It seems to be the biggest thing, and then I try to come in here at least a couple of times a day and open it up and try to air it out so the carbon dioxide don't build up too much. But as you can see, I've got a few lion's mane coming up, so that'll be a few more mushrooms there. The shiitakes haven't done, it's a little dark, sorry about that. I'll kind of come in on the side here and get a little more light. The shiitakes haven't really done anything yet for a second flush. I'm thinking possibly it's not light enough in here, and so I might have to come up with some other ideas. But the temperature's been holding right at about 62. Even though I have the heat mat down there, it's only direct, heat where the tray is, so it's really not bringing it up anymore. I guess if I had a heat mat under each one, that might work. But I think in the light is probably one of my bigger problems right now. The humidity seems to be holding, the room was right around 60%. Without this, it can be anywhere in the 70s to close to 80. And of course, if I have a bag over these, I noticed it would push close to 100%. That seems to be helping. I can't really test the levels on the carbon dioxide in here, so it's a little hard to know how high it is actually in the tent. It might be a little bit too high for these guys, hard to say for sure. That's kind of where we're at. It's been 2 weeks since I did a mushroom update, mostly because there hasn't been a whole lot going on. I did do a few things with the reishi, and we'll go look at them in the other room. Alright, so now we're in the grow room. The reishi, I've been leaving the paper sack on, or the piece of paper anyways, because I'm still working on an antler stage here. Now as you can see, what I did was put the one that was farthest ahead toward the back more, because there's a little bit more light. When the time comes and I'm starting to form caps and do some other stuff, I'll be wanting more light on that bag in particular. And as you can see, the other one's coming along here pretty good. Really starting to grow. And this one's taken off a little bit. So I'm spritzing these now. It was just before, well, I wasn't spritzing them at all before because the bags were closed. And so now I'm spritzing this one about twice a day. So last week, Monday or so, I cut the top of this bag off because I want the antler stage to grow a little bit taller if possible, and then we'll start trying to do some conchs. But I want the antler stage to get a little bit taller. I did try to harvest one. Oh my goodness, these things are like rubber plants. I mean, they're really tough. So actually, the best thing to do with them is to dry them and then, chop them up or make them into a powder or whatever, and then you do your tinctures, your teas, whatever you want from there. Seems to be the best way to handle them. I did get some caps due to some other things I found out about the mushrooms, and I don't know how big of a harvest I'm going to get off of these, so I wanted some extra, because we're only going to get one flush. That's what these are guaranteed. All the kits are guaranteed only one flush, but for as long as it takes these mushrooms to grow and develop, they're using pretty much their medium up in their nutrients. So they'll be Pretty much this will be done. When they're done, that'll be it. We're just going to keep kind of going along, but we can take a peek in here, and you can kind of see what they're doing. Actually, these are a pretty good beginner mushroom, really. They're slow growing, pretty easy to adjust for things if things aren't going quite right because of their slow growing. As you can see, that's kind of where we're at here. This is a reishi mushroom. This is the one I clipped off, and I thought we'd get a little better look at it. This is the antler stage. And I would show you then I got some caps. I ordered them from Mountain Rose Herbs. They're certified organic, and I'm sure they're cultivated because they're not grown in the wild. They're not found in the wild that much, so that makes them even more higher priced. But if they're cultivated, then that helps a little bit to reduce the price down. But I still paid for a pound of reishi caps. I didn't do the powder, I wanted to do the caps. One, I wanted a sample of caps to show everybody what I mean, if I get caps at all, they're going to be smaller. Probably even smaller than this. And instead of as big as this one. I think that's one of the biggest ones that's in the bag. So a pound bag costs $25.50. When I do a mushroom info on the reishi, we'll talk a little bit more about the medicinal properties of them and some of the reasons why I got them in the first place. I just wanted to add this into my video, showing you what these mushrooms look like up close. We'll see what next week brings. If I get any more changes in the mushrooms or something starts happening, I might do another video, or I might skip another week and just do a video with some other stuff or whatever. Maybe get some of my mushroom info videos out. So I think for the mushroom update, we'll just kind of call this good for now. As you can see, things are doing something, except for the shiitakes. Like I said, I might put an extra light on them and see how that goes. And we'll just go from there. Just been working on things here and there. Finally got dug out in the snow, so and rested up. That was quite a bit of work. But anyways, I will let you go, and we'll talk to you in the next video. Thanks a lot.